Aloha and welcome to the PUNAtic Punk Rock Podcast. I am your host and sergeant, and with me, straight out of jail, is Chris Chan. Chris Chan, how are you?
Hi everyone, it's me. It's me, Christian. I got out of jail. The dimensional merge is happening. And me and Pikachu, Sonichu, we're out of jail.
Okay, so I don't know anything about you. What is this Sonichu?
I don't know why I did the voice. I'm definitely not going to do that the whole episode. Nah, I'm just excited. Chris Chanza, Sonichu's his invention to cross a Sonic and Pikachu. You didn't know that? Yeah, he's so stupid. He crossed Sonic with Pikachu. It's like, this is my invention.
So,
Oh, dude, I could go down the wormhole all day talking about my Lord and Savior, Chris Chan. Yeah, and him getting out of jail, the funniest shit ever.
I only know vague things about him. Uh,
Oh,
because I was
damn.
on 4chan back in the day. But
I was
like,
one of the guys that drove him insane.
no, I just played Risk and lurked.
Yeah, see, I'm a total lurker. I'm a complete lurker. I've never like interacted, or
I
would
mean,
I?
Risk is where I interacted, and it was just a chance for me to like spout awful history knowledge.
What's Rift? Is that a Reddit page?
No, it's a the board game Risk.
Oh yeah,
They had like what they do is because you're posted that have a number at the end, and that'd be like your roll, and that's how much like land and shit you would get. And so you
yeah.
would like pick a name, a color, and and just go at it. And since I knew so much fucking history, I would just be an asshole to everybody. But I would always lose. But it was fun.
All right. Yeah, Risk. I don't even know if I ever finished the whole game. That game is long as fuck.
Oh, it could get really, really annoying. But I know how to win.
Played it right. I don't think I ever played Risk correctly.
Here, I'm going to give everybody the cheat code, all right? Everybody in the world, here's how you play Risk and win. Okay, first, get Europe, all right? Second, quit.
All
You
right.
win. Nobody will attack you. You win. It's
If you just
Yeah, because you could go anywhere else. You could bypass Europe. You're not a risk anymore. Like going after you causes your troops more loss than like it's worth because you're not attacking anybody. You win.
if you ever want to beat Monopoly, the trick is just to go for the orange pieces. Like I've played it like so much, but like yeah, go for the orange pieces. Monopolize Tennessee, what is it, New York, whatever fucking ever.
Oh, by the way, quitting and risk will cause fists to be thrown.
Quit. You just walk away.
You just walk away. You just stop playing. You get Europe, you stop playing.
And you can literally win.
Well, it depends on how you define winning. If you define winning as taking over the whole game, no, you don't win. But if you define winning as like you're the people in your designated spot not being attacked, you win. Why would they attack you? They have no reason to attack you. They could go around you. It costs way more for them to attack you. And for what reason? You're not going to attack them.
If your definition of winning is starting a child argument with your family at Thanksgiving, then oh yeah, you
Yeah,
fucking win.
that's right.
Dude, I broke my dad's fucking heart last week, and it was like the greatest thing I've ever done in my life. Like, I wish I was meaner too. Well, I wasn't even trying to be mean, but he wants to go on the shitty vacation to Jekyll Island. Have you heard of Jekyll Island?
No,
Conspiracy theory?
no.
Oh, it's like where they started. I don't know. It's like where supposedly like the Rockefellers and shit. I don't know. Some conspiracy theory shit. Anyway, it doesn't matter. What the island is 100 years later now is just a swamp. Like it's just a swamp. It's not even technically an island. I think it's just like a sandbar that floods, and there's just alligators, and it's 1,000 degrees. And there's nothing to do there. There's nothing. There's like a golf course. There's just a retirement shit. My dad loves it, and us kids hated it. And he wanted to go here as adults. And I told him I couldn't make it. And he's all upset. And he's like, oh. And I had to tell my brother and my sister, and they were like so excited because they don't want to fucking go. Their kids don't want to fucking go. Like, no one wants to go on this stupid trip except for my fucking dad. And I told him I couldn't make it this year, so the trip's not happening. And he was so disappointed. It fucking made me like, it's the happiest I've been in forever, like hearing how disappointed he was.
I don't get to have to go to this stupid fucking island.
Dude, it sucks, dude. Like, I'm from Tennessee, and this shit's in South Georgia, so it's even fucking hotter than Tennessee. And it's not like pure Hawaiian water. It's like that shit in Forrest Gump where they catch shrimp in with the shrimp boats. It's like swamp bayou ocean water. The water is hot.
That
like you
sucks.
get in the ocean hot, and it's covered all this brown silt, and it's gross, dude. There's no waves. The waves just come in like literally 2 inches high, and it's just hot puddle water. And it's miserable. Don't ever go. I'm sure you'll never go there, but holy God, what a
I don't
shit.
plan on it. Unless he's
No.
right and there is some sort of like conspiracy, treasure trove, something.
There's just like crazy fancy hotel there, but we never stayed there because it was expensive. Like my dad would like rent this shitty little house and we'd stay there. That was it. It was like the only vacations we ever did as a kid. We never went to Disney World, Disneyland, none of that shit. It was like once every 2 years we go to Jekyll Island. And he'd bring our bike. He'd be like, you kids can ride your bikes around, huh? Isn't that fun? It's like, yay. Like, what a vacation. We can ride bikes in like hotter weather. Like, wow, thanks.
I could do this at home.
Yeah, like literally, yeah. We could just fucking stay at home, dude. And we had kids to play with. Yeah.
All
It
right.
sucks. Yeah. You can edit all that out. Who gives a shit?
Yeah, probably. It is long.
Yeah.
All right. This is a part two of the tale of Koji Ariyoshi. And since we don't do it like other podcasts who just do it in one long ass fucking thing and cheat you, the listener, it's been like what, a week, more than a week, like 2.5 weeks or something.
Yeah, I don't remember what we were talking about. Some dude. I don't remember what the fuck it was. It was a local Japanese guy, right?
Yep. He grew up on coffee farm in Kona.
And then he
Uh,
moved to the mainland. All the white people were super nice to him.
yeah, he went to Georgia.
They were super nice to him.
Yeah, because they're also super poor.
Yeah. Relatable.
They went to San Francisco and worked the dock, and then was sent to a camp uh, where he met his wife. He ran the newspaper there. I forgot to say that, like the Manzanar Press. He ran the like that and editorial columns where he would point out the conditions and try to get some help.
This is inside an internment camp.
Yeah.
He wrote a letter bitching about the conditions inside an internment camp.
Yeah, well, he wrote a weekly column.
Yeah. I was just thinking like how much like I imagine the guys that ran the place gave zero fucks about his complaints. They're like,
Uh,
oh yeah, like I've been in jail before, and when you complain to the guards, they don't give a fuck. Like I'm just gonna guards. You're like, hey, there's a guy in here dying. Like, yeah, huh? Guy's in there dying. Okay, bye. They're like, will you send this to my family? Like, yeah, okay, no, here I go. You're like, I think I was being sarcastic.
and then he got an offer. No, he found out that they were recruiting for the intelligence service, and he signed up right away. He relearned Japanese, and now is on his way to India.
All right, how old is he, and what year is this around roughly?
This is 1942,
All
and he
right.
is
Well, yeah.
28.
All right. 28. I was
Yes.
20. Let's try to put it in perspective. When I was 28, let's see, I wasn't relearning Japanese and moving to India. I was squatting in someone's shack on an active lava flow. That's what I was doing.
Let's see. I was right here, I think. No, this place wasn't built. I was 50 feet away.
Well, that's
Uh,
good. I went from all the way from over there to all the way to over here.
yeah, it took about like, I don't know, quite a good chunk of change to get over here.
I was squatting. I had permission to live there. First of all, I was renting from a guy that didn't even own the place. So yeah, I was paying like $200-300 to a guy that didn't even own the place. His parents owned it, and his parents didn't even know I was there. So I would exchange pot plants and weed whenever he came in. I was supposed to be like mailing him rent, which of course I didn't. I was too poor. So then he would just show up randomly after like 3-6 months and be like, dude, what the fuck? I'm like, oh, dude, my bad. Here's like some ounces and some plants. And he'd be like, okay, cool. And then would leave. But like every time a car would pull up out there, I'd be like, oh, this is it. I'm getting kicked out. Like, this is it. Like, this person's kicking me out of this property. It
Yeah,
was
no,
terrible.
I've squatted for like 4 or 5 months, and like it's just like sneaking around. I didn't like that.
Yeah, it's not a relaxing way to live.
Like I didn't know who cared. I know the people next to me didn't care, but I didn't know anybody else cared. Uh, like I cleaned up the place. The place was a fucking mess. It was robbed a number of times, and then it was robbed while I was sleeping in it, and they took my phone and my pot and my diploma.
That's fucked up to steal your diploma.
I know.
Now they're like, no, I'm graduated high
Uh-huh.
school. Was it a college one or a high school one?
It was my college one,
Oh, damn, your degree in psychology,
philosophy.
philosophy. That's it.
Yeah, so it was worthless anyway, but still, it was nice to have.
Yeah, it still looked impressive on my wall.
Uh-huh. That they tore down from. And, like I made it look homely,
The
which was
way
my problem because I can't. There was nothing I could do and say, "Hey, I was robbed."
the
Oh,
way you had it hanging up in between that Stone Cold Steve Austin T-shirt and the Dale Earnhardt T-shirt on the wall, it really
uh-huh.
did look awesome.
Yeah.
Right by that pile of Mountain Dew cans, he had a whole wall of Mountain Dew cans. It was awesome.
All right. Let's listen to a song. Am I sending it to you or
Get back
Marty?
to DJ Doodles.
DJ Doodles. All right. This song's a little on the nose. I didn't play it last time because it is a little on the nose, but as a recap for what's been happening, it's all right. All right, here we go. This is Black Square with December 7th. Little on the nose, but again, I think it's a good recap.
December 7th. The
Uh,
what Pearl Harbor.
yep, yep.
Nope. I celebrate it every year. That 9/11.
Every 9/11, I stack a bunch of boxes up and I try to shoot it down with burning planes. It's a little
Dude,
ritual we do.
I think I showed it to you. The lock screen on my phone right now is the Twin Towers being knocked down, but it's got a photo of the Kool-Aid man going through the Twin Towers. He's like, oh yeah.
3, 2, 1.
December 7th, day of infamy. Now the U.S. military's got it in for me. Never even been under the rising sun. Now I'm looking down the barrel of a loaded GI's gun. He said, don't look at me with those slanted eyes. I know you're one of us, but you look like the bad guys. So Give me your camera and your radio, your blank notebooks and your 3 times by no. Anything that you can use to spy on us. Well, the U.S. military can rely on us. Got to safeguard freedom just by taking it away. You can say now what you like, but you gotta watch what you say. And I wouldn't fuck with those sleeping giants, and I won't tolerate your bloody trap defiance. So like the Jews over there wearing David's tie, you gotta wear a black square so we know who you are. But don't worry, yo, little Zephyr, 'cause 50 years from now, long after you are dead, we'll say that interning all of U.S. citizens was a tragedy under the Purple Mountains. Majesty, and from sea to shining sea, we're sorry. We're sorry. We're sorry. We're sorry. Won't happen again. 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 Won't happen again until World War III. Yeah, World War III. Yeah, World War III. Yeah, World War III.
That was December 7th by the Black Square.
Yeah. Go Black
That-
Square.
That song is pretty cynical, which is pretty good. Let's see. Where's my note?
It's a fun little beat. You remind me of the greatest ska band ever, the Applesauce Boys.
Yeah, I agree. They are the greatest ska band ever.
You're goddamn right they are.
Uh-huh.
I let them fuck my mother.
You know, and be
Now,
proud.
That's what my brother always says to me. Now, Brian.
All right. So he has left Manzanar. He's gone on deployment, but like soon as he left, there was a riot. His wife was targeted.
They were
But
excited because they were going to miss him so much.
yeah, again, this was the first anniversary of Pearl Harbor, and there was many reasons to riot, including straight up jail gangs fucking each other up.
9/11 had or Pearl Harbor just happened. It was a great time to be a Japanese American. They were riding high. Everyone was afraid of them, and everyone,
Yeah, this was a year later.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they love it.
Trying to make sure we're on the same page.
Yeah.
All right. So he on his deployment to India.
The army. Oh.
Yeah. Now he's
okay.
on.
I thought he was like doing this on his own to like travel and see the world.
No. He joined the army.
Okay, he's in the intelligence service now and learned Japanese. I forgot. Okay, now he's in the military now.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, my bad, dude. I got to focus here.
Yeah. Okay. And on his way there, I bet you like all the like racist stereotypes and witch hunts were done with that, right? He's in the army. He's serving Uncle Sam. He's got to fight like the Emperor. I'm sure he's done with that, right?
Yeah. Well, sailors are never been super, super nice. So,
well, no, he was constantly like harassed.
really, even when he worked for like the military for the intelligence, that's fucked up. Like,
Yeah.
I get it, cabin boy, but it's like, dude, he's got a suit on and like a badge. Like, what the fuck, man?
Mm-hmm. I mean, the OSS kept like very, very close eye on them. He became kind of like a spokesman against this harassment. One of the Japanese involved in the thing was a really good gambler. Um,
Nice.
and so the OSS thought this was suspicious because he kept taking their money and and would like tried to frame him up as a spy. And it was Koji who intervened, like really spoke well of this guy. And I believe this guy, he has a name. I don't have it written down. He
Koji.
apparently did like some Rambo shit himself, like holding off like an entire like platoon by himself.
Can we call this guy the Gambler?
Yeah, the gambler.
Okay, is he
Uh,
a full Asian?
he's Japanese.
Okay, so he's Japanese too. All right, so our Koji met this Japanese gambler
Hmm.
on the ship. Gotcha. All right. Is this guy? This is probably a dumb question. Is the gambler from the mainland, or is he also a Japanese Hawaiian?
I'm not sure.
All right. Is
Yeah.
he working for the intelligence agency too? The gambler?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, I got you now.
Everybody
Being
like
his fellow employees at like cards, and his
yeah,
co-workers were like,
yeah.
dude, I fucking think this guy's a fucking one of them.
Yep, that's kind of what happened. I mean, he expressed like some like, you know, oh no, he used to live in Japan. He moved away from Japan because it was getting, they were going crazy.
Yeah.
And then he joined, was put in Manzanar as well, and then joined the OSS. And that was his background. And I think that he was expressing something like, "What do you miss about Japan?" I was like, "Oh, something about the tea or the food or something." And
Yeah.
that they were trying to get him on that, like he's a spy, he misses Japan.
It's like what happened with us after 9/11. Like
Yeah,
before 9/11, when he thought of a Middle Eastern person, it was just Aladdin. I was like, yeah, magic lamps, thieves, that
hmm
open sesame. That's all I thought of. And then 9/11 happened, and automatically, like everyone was like, oh my god,
Ahmed the dead terrorist.
yeah. So, same shit.
No.
Probably some good fun shit they got to go through.
So he's walking a tightrope, also trying to defend himself from things. Let's play here. I got another song.
Oh, damn.
This is another song by Fat Jesus, and I just like this song quite a bit. This is called Social Suicide.
Yeah, thumbs up, DJ. All right,
DJ.
she's got it.
All right, Social Suicide by Fat Jesus off the album Fat Jesus.
Fat Jesus. Let's do this.
Not ready for the world to put an army, not ready for you, not ready for the social tragedy. If it's
And that was Fat Jesus off the album Fat Jesus with the song Social Suicide.
He's not ready for it.
No, he's not.
My man, Fat Jesus, he ain't ready for that shit.
Made an awesome song expressing it such.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So when Koji made it to India, finally, he was there, to translate and create counter propaganda against the Japanese narrative. Do you know what the Japanese narrative was during World War II?
What the
Besides,
Japanese thought?
yeah, yeah, what ordinary Japanese, not what they thought, but what the government was telling them to think.
From my understanding, they were like, all right, like there's empires and we're going to become one. And it's better that an Asian empire take over all the shit than another white guy. So let's just
Yeah,
go ahead and take over the shit because then at least we'll be keeping some of our culture.
yeah, they expressed Asia for Asians, and
Yeah.
like they said it as like we're liberating Asia from the white people because white people like Britain, France, and the Dutch controlled fucking all of Asia. Uh,
What they did to Southeast Asia, yeah, the empires, fucking up. Empires, they didn't take over by going out and handing out candy. Let's just be honest. Like,
yeah. So in India, with a complicated relationship with the British,
oh yeah, okay, I get this more. Yeah, because they're still underneath the British rule.
uh-huh. And so that propaganda has a lot of sway there. So Koji was like better to try understand the propaganda and counter it and get the populace on the Allied side. But he came to a problem where he can't criticize the British because that's the army they're fighting for, and so like a lot of like he can't talk in terms of liberation or because if they win, they're just going back under the British.
Well, yeah, it was like when they handed out during Vietnam, they'd hand a propaganda to black people, black U.S. soldiers. But yeah, they don't even let you vote over there.
Yeah.
It's like, what are you fighting for? Like, you stay here, we'll let you vote, we'll treat you fair. And it's like,
Hmm.
good point.
And at the time, like India was reeling from the Bengal famine. Uh, so like there was a lot of starving people on the streets, a lot of reason to really hate the British. So his job he felt was particularly difficult there, just because he felt like he couldn't criticize the real problems of India. So he used this to create like his own, not necessarily pro-American like propaganda, but like anti-Japanese, like trying to understand the situation on the ground and trying to convert people to his side. And he was so well at this that when the nationalist Chinese lifted the
Wait,
ban.
there's a Japanese there to get Japanese to hate. He was there as a Japanese to try to get people to hate Japanese.
Yes. Well, not Japanese,
That's
but the empire.
Dude, that'd be so fun. I would love to go to a country and try to get them to hate me. Oh my god,
Like,
a dream come true. I'm
uh,
sorry, dude. I understood his mission, and it fucking was mind blowing.
yeah, he's there to, make like convince the Japanese, understand their mindset, and then turn them to the other side.
So he's there to talk to Japanese, not the Indian people.
He's there to translate Japanese, intercept like messages, and create propaganda.
All right.
He's a translator, propagandist, you know. So in 1944, China lifted the ban on Japanese, like in the U.S. Army, entering into China. You'd see the reason why they would not want Japanese in China on their side. Uh, in 1944, Chiang Kai-shek was looking for all the help he can, And Koji was so well at this that he got sent to the current nationalist capital at Chongqing to to basically do what he's been doing, understanding the situation, translating, and creating counter Japanese propaganda.
Yes.
Yes. So he also got to observe Chiang Kai-shek's China. Do you know who Chiang Kai-shek is?
Yeah.
He's
Yeah, dude.
he's the guy before Mao. The guy that people thought was so bad they'd rather have Mao.
Is this the guy that did the boxer rebellion?
No, that's like 100 years before this.
Okay. That's all. I don't know that much about China. Well, with
But at this time, like Chiang Kai-shek was basically like an African. If you think of an African president now, like a very corrupt president now in Africa, that's kind of what Chiang Kai-shek is.
all right, so he's like a nice communist. You're gonna fucking let some heads roll kind of guy.
No, he's not a communist. He's virulently not a communist. He
Dictator.
like in the middle of fighting the Japanese, he would rather kill all the communists he can. Like they made a truce with the communists for a while to fight the Japanese, and then he just broke that to try to kill as many communists as possible.
So he's a Chinese emperor.
He's a warlord. He's the biggest warlord though.
He's
He
a
like
Chinese lord.
when China, it's complicated. When China broke free from like the emperors and the monarchy, they tried to establish a republic that quickly fell apart into a bunch of different warring states, and a bunch of warlords grew to power. And Chiang Kai-shek was one of the bigger warlords who conquered the capital and conquered a bunch of different other warlords, and so he was considered like de facto ruler of China.
All right, so there's a power vacuum. They all
Mhm.
fought for it. It's kind of like more of a Putin.
Yeah, he's kind of more of a lot like
Right?
Putin.
Wasn't Putin the leader? There was like five mafias that took over after the collapse, and Putin was the leader and the most powerful one, right?
I'm not sure. I know he's former KGB.
Yeah, he's a badass motherfucker. If he fought Biden, he would fucking beat the dog shit. Even if Biden in his prime, like would manhandle Biden. Like it would be like crow cough, like head kicks, and Biden would be like, "I like ice cream." Bam! Like, all right, all right, all right. I got the picture now. All right, so power vacuum in China. So this dude was
Mhm.
probably real badass because yeah, usually the guys that rise to the top like that aren't like
No,
pushovers.
he's not someone to be fucked with.
Yeah, yeah.
But he is also like super fucking corrupt. There'd be like all kinds of poverty, and like the gangs would run the city most of the time. In fact, the Chinese were just considered the communists were just considered like kind of another gang at first because it was so like rampant.
All right. So I'm thinking Big Trouble, Little China. You got the gangs. Yeah, I'm picturing it. Fucking love that
Uh,
goddamn.
yeah, so he was tried to create like, again tried to make anti-Japanese propaganda for the Chinese regime, except and like the Americans would pay for all this, like to make leaflets and shit. But Chiang Kai-shek would just pocket the money, and all propaganda work would be just put shut away. No one would. They'd print thousands of leaflets and then burn them, and then he would just
The
pocket all the
Chinese
money.
warlord was doing this.
What?
The Chinese warlord was doing this.
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
yeah,
So we're trying to
uh,
get him on the side and shit, but he's like, "Fuck you. I'm just
yeah. We
whatever. Fucking war going
America dumped a shit ton of money into him to, fight the Japanese, and he held a lot of equipment and money back to kill the communists
on." Nice.
while the Japanese were invading.
Gotta respect that.
So he wasn't getting much done in China. Let's should we play another song?
Yeah, let's rock a song. This is a heavy episode.
All right, here's a song. This is called Empire of the Dead.
That's a pretty cool song. That heavy.
uh by order of the White Rose. And
Oh, like Aztec, yeah.
yeah, sure. I was thinking more like applicable to Japan at the time.
White Rose.
Oh, the White
Uh,
Rose? I think
White
that
Rose, that'd be like the British, right? The family, the White Rose versus the Red Rose family.
that might be.
The
I'm
Rose,
not sure. There was also like a White Rose Society that fought against the Nazis and were all killed.
and there's a song "New Rose" by the Damned. So
Yeah.
Rose people,
Connect the dots. You'll see it.
that's it.
You connect all the dots, they make titties.
Yeah, it's a giant apple.
All right, this is Empire of the Dead, Order of the White Rose, live at Stella Blues.
Song's called Empire of the Dead. Rivers are red with the blood of the dead. Stand so dead. The other's last breath. Water catches fire. Fires to the sky. Filling the night. The silence of the dead. The dead is dead. The empire of the dying. Conquest of the ash. With the burning coal of fire. With the empire of the dead. The dead. Rivers are red. With the blood of the dead. Stands of death. The embers last breath. Water catches fire. Fires to the sky. Filling the night. With the silence of the dead. The dead. The empire of the dying. Conquest of the ash. With the burning coal of fire. With the empire of the dead. The empire of the dying. Conquest of the ash. With the burning coal of fire. With the empire of the dead.
All right, that was Empire of the Dead by Order of the White Rose. Did you dig
Nice.
it?
Yeah, yeah, that was a fucking good song. I liked it.
Did you dig it? Is what I
Can,
said.
can you dig it?
Oh, well, that's not what I said. I said something dumber.
If you're at work, you're probably in a bathroom stall. You wake up, you passed out from the glue you're huffing. You got to get back out there. They need the burgers on the line. You got to huff glue because your probation officer's on your ass. But it's all right. So hopefully that song helps wake you up.
All right. So in 1944, when this guy was 30 years old, all right, he was assigned to what was called the Dixie Mission. Do you know what the Dixie Mission was?
Yeah, dude. Hell yeah, I do. The
I
Dixie
think
Mix
you
fucking
probably know everything named Dixie, right? That's what I
yeah,
assume
yeah.
all Southern, if it has the name Dixie in it, I think all Southerners know it, right?
Kill Yankees and drink moonshine.
That's the Dixie Mission.
That is it. And fucking and play the banjo.
I kind of like the Dixie Mission.
That is our creed, our motto.
Anyway, the Dixie Mission in World War II in China was a group of observers after a lot of pressure from the U.S. to observe the the capital of Red China, Yan'an. This is where, the communists were. And this was like America's first like outpost into like what Mao was doing and like being able to observe their part in the war to
Mao,
coordinate actions.
that rascal Mao, huh?
Yeah. He was up in the mountains doing his guerrilla warfare against the Japanese.
Being a
Uh,
rascal. That's Mao, all right.
and defending himself against like constant irregular attacks from Chiang Kai-shek. We would sometimes fight the Japanese, but mostly just fight them. And while like there was like an agrarian community there, they had a lot of like democratic institutions set up. I usually root for communists until the moment they get into power, because they always have like such great policies sometimes. Education for all, obviously. Like they had the best literacy among like anyone in China. There was no people trying to sell themselves. That was one thing he noticed in like India, Burma, China was like all the women would try to sell themselves to the soldiers because
Yeah, I don't like communism. Prostitutes, I don't know, man.
I know yeah, that's one check
More
against
for
communism. They don't have prostitutes. That's yeah.
yeah, I think
I'm
it's
pro
society
sex work here.
out to survive. I prefer a society where women have to whore themselves out to survive. That's,
Yeah, well, they didn't have to here. But he was there on a mission assigned to observe the anti-Japanese psychological warfare in their prisoner re-education camps. Uh, because the Chinese were famous for their re-education.
it's like that scene in Clockwork Orange where they hold his eyes open.
Yeah, at least that's what people believe. And sometimes it's not far from the truth, honestly. All right. Koji became an important point of contact between the U.S. and Communist China, trying to relay messages so they could coordinate attacks and defenses against the Japanese in China. Um, but he met one of the most important Japanese communists, uh, Sanzo Nosaka.
Hey, that reminds me, people. New open mic at Bonzo's in Pahoa every
Yeah.
Thursday from 7 to 11 p.m. Come check us out.
Uh, and so like he was the leader of the re-education camps for Japanese. They would capture Japanese POWs and well, at first for a long time, any captured Japanese POWs were killed. Uh, Many of them would resist capture or try to kill themselves and take as many Chinese with them. And so, like one of the hardest things that the communists apparently had to do was convince the people in the countryside to even let these Japanese POWs live.
These guys probably weren't fun to hang out with. They're probably very serious dudes that were just like in coffee shops, just like screaming at each other. All like this is the way we have to do this, and be like, oh, dude, I just want to. Can we just try to get some pussy tonight, dude? But all right. So this guy ran a camp. This is a new character, Bonzo here.
uh, Sanzo Nosaka. This guy was captured by U.S. intelligence services many times as a spy for communists. He in this period right now, what he's doing is like many of the captured Japanese POWs, he's re-educating to hate Japan, at least the Empire of Japan, and trying to instill some sort of like what's going to happen after the Empire is gone. You know, what do we do then? Like, because the Empire is going to fall. Uh, what do we want after that?
See,
And
Luke Skywalker didn't even plan for that. He just blew up the Death Star. And it's like, now what, asshole? You didn't
yeah,
think about what You after he blew it up, huh?
And I think that was probably one of his best propaganda pitches is like, look, we're gonna lose. At least not where he was never part of, he never liked the empire. He ran away from the empire, actively fought against it. But like his biggest thing is like, what happens after? Like, do you want this empire or do you want like something more free, more democratic? And he really tried to put it in those terms for the U.S. observers anyway, which they would often try to supply with as much alcohol as possible. So all the U.S. observers were usually just wasted off their ass, constantly being fed alcohol, and they really enjoyed themselves.
Observing.
Yeah.
I'm observing. Well, that's a pretty sweet gig.
One of the reasons Chiang Kai-shek never attacked the capital anymore, like he never tried to invade Yan'an, was because there was U.S. observers there, and he did not want that kind of. He still wanted the U.S.'s support. He wanted their money, and so one could say that because the U.S. got involved, they allowed Mao's China to win. I mean, one could say that, and I think I did. Uh, but let's play a song. Let's play a
Yeah,
song.
sorry.
This song is called. Yeah, let's play this song, "Lost in Time." I like this band. This band is called Smoke Solid Dairy.
Boston time. Was that? Wasn't there a show called? What was that show that used to be about the kids that like fell in a hole and then there were dinosaurs and shit?
Hmm.
Do you remember that shit?
Fell in a hole, and then there was dinosaurs and shit.
Oh, I gotta look that up.
This is Lost in Time by Smoked Solid Dairy off the album The Gray Sheep.
I was in it, I was frail, I was weak and I was pale. I couldn't stand on my own, and I thought I was alone. Used to for me like no one else, when I couldn't take care of myself. I wanted to become just like you, but I was finding you in trouble too. No matter what I tried to say, I had to watch a sensible way. Gonna be times I'd have to repeat all this, I swear I'll protect you. Somehow we lost sight, only want you to be alright. But now it's lost of time, it's always lost of time. I pay any price, to the reason the world to fight. But now it's lost of time, it's always lost of time. Every time I wanted to slip away, I fought harder and harder to change. I just wanted to be someone of use, but I was like too late to help you. Now you're trouble, stuck in hell, my only other grief will so sell. Things decay, win time, and now I'm left to watch you die. Somehow we lost sight, only wanted you to be alright. But now it's lost of time, it's always lost of time. I pay any price, cause the reason of the world to fight. But now it's lost of time, it's always lost in time. Because no one knows your face, and I'm always too late to change. My grief keeps moving, but I'm still useless. No matter what I tried to say, I had a one sensible way. There many times I'd have to repeat all this, I swear I'll protect you. Somehow we lost sight, only want you to be alright. But now it's lost of time, it's always lost of time. I pay any price, cause the reason the world so fight. But now it's lost of time, it's always lost in time. If you can feel half my anger, if you can feel half my sorrow, if you can find a way out of it all, then I would follow. If I can only conquer time, if I can only conquer time.
That was Lost in Time by Smoked Solid Dairy, the Gray Sheep. Uh, that was a cool song. That wasn't the song I put there, though, I think. Oh, well. That's what's going there now.
Yeah, that song was rocking, dude. I like that shit. I thought of what the fuck I was thinking of. The show was called Living in the Land Before Time. Land Before Time.
Oh, that had no kids.
Do you
That
remember
was
that
the.
shit?
I remember that shit. That was just dinosaurs. There was no
Yeah,
kids.
yeah, yeah. No, there was a family. It was like a single dad. I don't remember a mom, but they were like in a SUV that never ran out of gas. I remember even thinking as a kid, I was like, when's this thing gonna run out of gas? And there was like, we have to drive to try to get out. They could never get out. And I don't remember that much about it. I think there was a chick on there that was fucking fine. I was like a
I,
little kid. So she was probably like 14, so I was probably like 8. So it was like, a chick for me,
yeah.
grown ass woman to me.
All right. So let's see. Let's see. Where am I? Okay. So Koji would once threw a big party in which he did meet Mao Zedong. This is the only confirmed time they actually ever met. But he did meet him. He got his autograph. He took a picture of him with him, and that picture is now on a book that I made an audio book for on YouTube.
They played Spin the Bottle in 7 Minutes in Heaven.
Yes, him, Mao Zedong, and Zhou and Lai.
The photo of them is like in a pillow fort. Like,
Yes, I had an AI do a bad audio book for Koji Ariyoshi's biography, Kona to Yanan. It's on YouTube if anyone wants to look it up and listen to a bad audiobook done by an AI. But it will do a much better job of explaining his life than me right here.
you just got rid of your like job, dude.
I don't give a fuck. This isn't my job. I'm not getting paid for this.
What?
I do have a Patreon I never told anybody about. It's like,
People, yeah. If you want to give us money for Huff Glue,
yeah, it's a PUNAtic Radio on Patreon.
yeah. So
Uh, I
this
made
guy.
that like months ago. I never told anybody about. I
Well,
figured, if you were a real fan, you would go and look that up yourself. Say, I want to give these fuckers money.
if you ever want to mail me something, send it to you send it to
Send it.
600 Pennsylvania Avenue. I'm not a
Yeah.
I am an AI programmed by so
I am an AI programmed by the program.
yeah, there we go. So please don't but as an AI program, if you are in Honolulu, April 19th or the 20th, check me out. I mean, check out Brian Rupp at fucking Ann O'Brien's in Blue Note and also be performing at Hilo Axe Lounge fucking this month, I think the 6th or the 11th. And
All
then some
right.
other already shaking her head. That's incorrect. I'm somewhere the 6th. Nope, shrug. Yeah, there we go. So that's how good I am at promoting my shows. Somewhere the 6th is somewhere the 11th, dude. Find me. Hilo Axe Lounge and something. I don't remember the other venue. Something else I'm in. I don't know.
Well, find
Hilo,
him. If you're real fans, you will stalk him and find out where he's going every minute of his life.
yeah, if you come to a show, I'll let you in. Just you got to give the door guy, the password, which is pull your penis out. So just go to the door guy, pull your penis out, and get in for free.
Mhm.
That's how they'll know that I sent you.
All right. So the communists and Americans got along a lot better than you would expect, because they were actually fighting the Japanese and using what little resources they got to fight the Japanese, uh, and getting other Japanese to fight the Japanese. And so they're doing a really good job at fighting the Japanese. And so the Americans dug that tried to support them. But then what happened? Oh yeah, we bombed the fuck out of Japan and they surrendered. Uh,
Oh,
this changed everything, the whole relationship,
yeah. I want this to
because
be very clear. I do not regret that at all as an American. Do not think I'm one of these Americans that's like, oh, we shouldn't have done that. Yes, very much should have did it, dude. Do not start shit with us. And you started by taking over Guam, bro. That's where my girl's from, bro. You fucked with my doodles, man. You crossed the line, Japan. You fucked with my Chamorros. The Isle of DJ Doodles, man. So you mess with my girl, guys.
so like after this happened, like the Soviets were coming in from like the north and just handing out guns, while like the nationalists were on a retreat. Uh, the Japanese were retreating and leaving a lot of their weaponry, which the Soviets would give to the Chinese communists. And there was just a huge swell of arms for the communists and recruits. Uh,
Yeah,
and
because back then the communists was like, this shit could work. Like it
well,
wasn't
yeah,
like
and
tried it yet. It's you got to remember back then it was like this shit could fucking work, guys. Like this is a new idea, man. Fucking king.
do you want to go back to what we were just doing?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, fuck
So
no, we'll try something. Uh,
this was
and
before gulags and shit, and you know,
so they had a
fuck.
huge upswelling, and Koji saw the writing on the wall. But like many of American advisors really were supporting the other guy, Chiang Kai-shek, and they poured a lot of money into him, and they did not want to see him lose. And so there was a large argument at this time of whether the US, after just winning World War II and fighting the Japanese, should get involved in the Chinese Civil War on the side of Chiang Kai-shek. And there's a number of generals who wanted to do this. But the GIs themselves said, fuck that. And they rioted. They wanted to go home. As far as they were concerned, they had won the war. They want out of China. And they don't care who wins in China. Uh, they just want to go the fuck home.
Yeah, I can see that. It's like, yeah, it's also be like, this isn't my Kuliana, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I'm not, I would feel that way. I'd be like, dude, I don't, it's like what happened to Germany after we won. I don't fucking give a shit. Fucking turn off the lights. I'm going home. Like,
Yeah.
fucking, I don't give a shit what you do. Like, y'all figure it out. Yeah, especially as a soldier, I'd be like, that's not my Kuliana, bro. Fucking,
Yeah.
you
We
guys
won. God. We
war's over. Now I want to go home and get some fucking pussy, you
yep.
know?
And Koji was one of those trying to say, hey, we got to get the fuck out of here. Like, our soldiers don't want to be here. We'll be fighting a losing, if not a losing war, another grinding years long war. We got to get the fuck out of here.
No
Uh,
doubt.
and so he was like not him himself, but this contributed to what's called losing China, where the Mao Zedong took over China. But what we got to do? We got to fight another civil war right after World War II? Fuck that.
Did they? I don't know what happened.
Well, kinda, yeah. We still like pushed a shit ton of money into Chiang Kai-shek's regime, and he like went to Taiwan and hid there, and we gave him a bunch of weapons and money, and like really had him bunker down there, and it's pissed off Red China ever since, and they're still threatening to invade. That's the history of Taiwan, folks. It's like North Korea, but like
That's why they sent a balloon over.
but for China. It's South China.
Back to people from there. They say they're their own country.
That's what they say, but they can't say it to like you know how the US like kind of gets away with working with Taiwan and all their agreements they said uh there's only one China and China is the ruler of China. I mean, it's no specification of which China rules which China. Uh, they're technically allowed to work with both without getting into diplomatic like kerfuffles. Fucking,
China.
you want to talk about double speak? Is like listen to any fucking government official. Holy fuck, man, that's like 3 or 4 layers of double speak. Have you been
Yeah.
reading the 1984?
Oh yeah, I'm almost done with it.
Fucking A.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
The Ministry of Truth.
Fuck. I don't know why there's such a love story. It's like, oh, what the fuck is this shit? Like the
I,
chick. Like it's like, oh, I could have done without this character.
well, I think they wanted to make it like sex is a liberatory thing and a rebellion against society to fuck. Uh,
Oh, I didn't even get that. I was just thinking she's just a boring bitch. I mean, I was just like, when he found the store and there he's like, oh, yeah, I rent a room upstairs. I was like, yeah, this guy's a plant. Like that was my first thought. I was like, why wouldn't any of the locals fuck with this guy? I was like, none of the locals fuck with this guy because they know that he's like not one of them. Because I don't know, there's like the peasants. This whole time I've been reading it. I was like, oh, I'm like him on the upper echelon. I was like, oh wait, no, I'm a peasant in society. I'd be like
yeah.
that singing, doing laundry, being like, oh, I'm a fucking drunk at a bar here. No, I don't gotta fucking worry about shit. But yeah, it's a good book. I don't know. I don't know. I got like 50 pages left. I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know, 9/10 of the way through it.
Like it's still good. There's still a number of good parts like near the end.
Fucking something, man. I don't know. I used to have a prescription for Adderall, and I used to read all the time. And then I got kicked off my parents' insurance when I was like 20. I don't think I've read a book since then. Like, I tried, but it's like, oh, fuck, it's so hard.
Well, that's why I listen to a lot of audiobooks, just because I could do something and have that in my head. And like that's why I recorded an audiobook. Or had an AI record an audiobook of this guy right here, Koji Ariyoshi. Back to it. Let's actually no. Here, let's play a song. Let's play a song, then we'll get back to it. Trying to get the music in tonight.
Yes.
Here we go. Let's not do that. Let's play Sod. Since this is called End the Fight by Sod is Dead. Like really old band, 1986. And a really kind of shitty recording. It's awesome.
Hell yeah.
Does your DJ got him?
Yeah, yeah.
All right. This is In the Fight by Sod off the album Sod is Dead. And 3, 2, 1. That was sod within the fight.
I liked it.
I thought
Good
you
tip.
would. I thought you would
Yeah,
dig that one. Uh,
very.
all right, so war's over. Koji's coming home. He served his country. He's killed Japanese, or at least got other Japanese to kill Japanese. Uh, and he gets home. And first thing that his government asks him to do is to sign an alien manifest instead of a citizen's one. Apparently, not even serving in the military gets you a citizen.
I thought he was born in Hawaii.
He was.
He's still not a fucking citizen?
The military asked him and told him that he was an alien.
Even though he's from Hawaii.
Yep. When this a white Navy man heard this and went up to the guy and fucking was outraged by it and
Yeah.
kind of told the fucker to fuck off. This man served in the military, served for his country, and he's a fucking citizen. Fuck off. That man was part of the Maritime Union, and so after that, he reunited with his wife and now had a baby girl in Manzanar Relocation Camp. Uh, he wrote a book. He tried to sell it, but then at the time came, we were getting really anti-communist fast, and so like his memoirs, even like describing the things in Yan'an, were seen as too pro-communist, and they would not allow him to publish. So in 1948, he returned to Hawaii and started a little newspaper, a pro-labor newspaper called the Honolulu Record. So he started his own little like podcast, where he would criticize labor conditions on the docks and be like pro like the strikes going on then, the sugarcane strikes against the big five oligarchy, which there was huge protests at the time. What's called the Many of these events were leading to what's called the Hawaii Democratic Revolution of 1954, in which like many of the big five oligarchy lost a shit ton of their power due to strikes and stuff. And the plantations nearly never recovered. They slowly died out because of it.
They fucked up the plantations. Good job, dude.
Yeah, and like Koji was there, like newspaper on their side, while other newspapers were like, there was this one pamphlet called uh, "Thank You, Uncle Joe," which was a propaganda piece, like written in as if they were a dock worker, a communist dock worker, thanking Uncle Joe, Stalin, for like, we're making it able for you to take over with uh, through our labor struggles. We're making it easy for the Russians to come over and take over Hawaii. It's just another stepping stone to America. But he pushed back against those like all kinds of anti-union propaganda, and because of this, he was arrested. Because this was the time when anybody suspected of being a communist was arrested for attempting to overthrow the American government, in quotes.
Cool. Well, I mean, I guess not. Is that the end? They just died in jail, or
No, no, that's not the end.
oh,
Uh,
okay,
no, he came
that's
back
the end.
from war and was arrested. This case was known as the Hawaii Seven because there was like seven people arrested. Like many of them, one couple of them labor union leaders, a teacher, him, his associate, and a guy who claimed to be the leader of the Hawaii Communist Party, which only existed in his mind. And they were all put on trial, trying to claim that there was like a much bigger conspiracy of communists trying to take over Hawaii, because the labor unions at the time were taking down the plantations. And so connecting that with communism would give them more leverage.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's play this song. I think I need music.
Yeah. Play a song, man. Something rocking.
This is Executive Order with the song My Only Crime off the album All Bleed Red.
All right, yeah, we're ready.
All right,
Give us a
shoot. 1, 2, fuck you. Let's go. Hey ho. Now.
Had a vision last night, saw my life pass me by. Yeah. Guilty voice was saying you ain't no one. I woke up saying fuck you, crazy voice run around my head. Who are you? Go away. Damn, it's Monday. My only crime was being born. Crazy people holding up signs telling me judgment is mine. Yeah, get in line. Was thinking to myself, my only crime was being born, surely to die. Hey you, messenger boy, drink your poison, I got mine. My only crime was being born. My only crime
my only crime by executive order.
That shit reminded me like Blues Travelers, man, like the '90s. That was heavily
Yeah, that was
influenced.
great, funky opening. Fucking love
Yeah,
that.
yeah, and that song, cool. It had like a 311 sound. It had a real '90s, man. It just really reminded me of just like cruising with my friends, smoking pot in a car. That was a
uh,
good jam. I liked it. That was just
all
a
right,
good step groove, man.
that was a nice groove.
Stone Cold groove, Daddy O.
All right, so he is now on trial for being a communist.
Being a goddamn fucking communist.
Yeah, being a pinko.
Yeah, how
And
dare you work that we can get paid a living wage, you piece of shit? Where do you
but
stop?
he had some like people on his side, including Madam Sun Yat-sen. Do you know who that is?
Yeah, of course. I'm a huge fan of all her work.
Well, that's the father of China's wife,
Okay.
the man who helped overthrow the dynasty, his wife. She sold her wedding dress and other things to provide funds for Koji and
God
his legal
damn.
defense.
I wouldn't have done any of
So
that shit.
that's like a, royalty, well, semi-royalty, not royalty, royal person who overthrew royalty. Never mind. Uh, uh,
She sold her wedding dress, man.
yeah.
And more than I'd have done. I put $20 on his books, but all right.
But the court found him guilty anyway.
Guilty
Uh,
of them.
yep, guilty of attempting to overthrow the American government by force, which he obviously was not. He ran a pro-labor newspaper, which he supported the dock strikers and plantation strikers. Like I said, he never actually came out as a communist. He definitely had communist sympathies and many like labor sympathies, but he himself never actually came out as a communist.
A witch hunt.
Yeah. But like they appealed and eventually all he was eventually acquitted of all charges as well as everybody of the Hawaii Seven because it was a witch hunt on all charge on all cases where they made monsters out of mice. Uh, but in 1958, Koji closed his newspaper due to lack of funds, and then he sold flowers, where the people gave him the nickname the Red Florist, which he liked.
The red florist is a communism?
Yeah.
Nice.
He began teaching. He taught a few ethical studies classes at the university. In 1976, the Hawaii legislature honored Koji's life's work and apologized for all the things that happened to him. So
Everything.
they apologized for everything. And then he died later that year.
A happy man, knowing he was right the whole time.
And that is the tale of my boy Koji Ariyoshi,
A local.
a legend. Like went everywhere. Like fucking age 30, he's chatting around with Mao and like the mountains of China.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking amazing. Going to India, everywhere he went around the world. I mean, he literally saw so much of the world, especially back then.
Hmm. And not in like easy, like tourist kind of shit, man. He went the hardest route to visit these places.
Like, cool dude, man. Where's he buried at? Is he buried on Big Island?
I don't know. I should look that up.
We go GG Allen his grave.
Let's see. I doubt
Yeah.
I could find it here. Nope, I got nothing.
Well, we are going to find his corpse and desecrate it anyways, as a total sign of respect. And the highest way of respect we know how to give.
Spray paint, I was here. Not even a name, just I.
We're just going to get beer and drink on it and barf on his headstone and pee on it and be like, listen to fucking music with a boombox, which we get asked to leave.
Anyway, that's the story of one Hawaiian badass. I thought it was an interesting story. I thought I would, I thought I should share.
Yes. We hope you enjoy it as well, people.
Hmm. So thank you for listening. Mahalo nui loa. And I'll see you next time with my ears. That's right.
Yeah.
I'm listening to every one of our listeners right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. Come out to my fucking shows, April 19th and 20th in Oahu.
Yeah, do that.
Lions and fucking Blue Note. If you literally listen to this fucking podcast and walk up to me and tell me you listen to fucking podcast, I'll get you into the fucking not Blue Note because that place is real fancy. But Ann O'Brien's, if you show up at Ann O'Brien's, I'll get you in for free. I swear to God. If you come up to me and you're like, I listen to PUNAtic podcast, first I'll be like, but I don't believe you. But anyways, I'll get you in. Anna's. I'll even let you buy me a drink. I'll even give you the honor of let me cuck you.
All
That's
right.
how good, that's how good I am to my fans.
Look forward to that, fans.
Yep.
And we'll see you in 2 weeks' time, maybe, maybe not, maybe sooner, maybe later. It really doesn't matter. Time is an illusion, and we should not be reliant on such things as calendars and clocks. In fact, burn all your calendars and clocks right now. Anything that has a calendar or a clock on it, burn it. And I'll see you next time.
Mahalos.